The value to having PROCON as its design-build company is it truly is a design-build company. But it doesn't start with the design, it starts with the vision.
For us in Dover, it was an extremely tight construction timeline that we absolutely had to hit, and they made it look easy, the PROCON team. And I'd say here, it's been having a massive construction project going on when we've got a very large operation that's still in place.
Having a one-stop shop, kind of, the whole architectural and then the engineering, structural engineering, and then the management is huge, I think.
The value of PROCON services, in my opinion, is all about speed and efficiency. So as a growing institution, we make a lot of decisions that are entrepreneurial, that are innovative, that are growth-driven, and having a firm that can come in and react to what we're thinking about and carry that into implementation almost immediately is valuable.
I love working with PROCON. It all obviously starts with Mark Stebbins. He has infused throughout the entire organization the sense of long-term ownership of buildings. And so really throughout the entire organization, people really understand the importance of building high quality and designing high quality buildings.
Working with PROCON and its integrated team has been a huge milestone for the Monahan companies. Many times when you deal with a general contractor, you have to bring what the architect has come to design, bring it into the GC, and the GC makes its modifications and makes it work, and then you have to go back to the architect, and then there's a power struggle sometimes, many times. Not with PROCON.
And so the design team really have done such an amazing job of learning what it is that we need and want, and figuring out ways to design buildings that really work for us.
There is consistency. And I know that when you have a client that is growing, is doing well, that you're dedicating a team that is consistent. So I don't have to go through everything for every project from the beginning.
The value of PROCON's design build process has been just, you can't put a value on it.
The system that you had called Procore, I think it's called, is phenomenal. I mean, I can't believe what that system will do as far as just digging into the prints and, and finding out real time, what's going on in the project. So I think that system is very, very helpful.
When we get into the pre-con, there's already a connection between the architects and the pre-con team, and they're involved from the very earliest days. So as we're dreaming up things, sometimes those are dumb ideas from a cost perspective, and we're learning that right away, not once we're finished designing.
And the way that process is carried through, how efficient it is, the relationships that we've built with staff, with leaders, with everybody from top to bottom, has really worked well for us.
It's just much more difficult when you're working with a different architect firm and a different general contractor, and when it's all together, it just works smooth and makes our lives so much easier.
The construction team also integrated with design and pre-con, so everybody is together on a team working to give us what we need.
It's gone so well that there's really been not one issue I can come up with. I haven't had to get involved, to intervene or be the intermediary on anything. And I would say the majority of the companies that we would have traditionally considered, we would all look in the rearview mirror and view the last 8-9 months as a nightmare. And frankly, it's been, PROCON's made it look easy.
The unique services of PROCON, it's a process of constant improvement, which I've seen over the last 25 years. I think one of the things that has been a philosophy, and I've heard it from Mark Stebbins directly, is matching experienced people who have been doing this for a long time with technologically savvy young folks, and that combination makes for a powerful combination.
Buildings are complicated, and there are so many different factors, and so when you have all the key players on a single team and working together time and time again on projects, they understand each other, they communicate with each other, and we benefit from all of that coordination.
There are moments in time when our president sketches something on a piece of paper and tells me to go get me a price for this, right? And I got to do that quickly, and it's great to know that we have some trusted partners in PROCON that know how to do that and know how we operate and know that it can be done very well.
We can walk into any front door of any bank and sit down with any president of any bank and say that PROCON is our partner, and that saves pages and pages and hours of time.
The value of PROCON's process to our organization is really the no surprises value. I don't always like the numbers that I get, but I can count on the fact that those numbers are real numbers, and I can budget my project accordingly. It's a big deal.
We trust PROCON, that's definitely true. We also really admire the creativity of the team. And so, for example, we built a building in Tarrytown, New York, and we had another architectural firm help us with the initial conceptual drawings. And frankly, when PROCON took over from them, they came up with such great solutions to what initially seemed like just problems. They turned into opportunities, and that's why we keep coming back.
The attention we get every week, the weekly meetings we have, the follow-up that happens, the sticking to a schedule, the pricing exercise that we go through. We're very cost sensitive to everything that we do, and it's very transparent as to how that happens. And I think as construction gets busier, as people get pulled in different directions, just to know that, hey, we're still an important client. And that's how I felt all 6 years that I've been here.
With PROCON involved in the whole process, it's again that one-stop shop, if you will, from not design but vision to the end of the project.